Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Aqua Whoosh a Demon Wood. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my platform. Now today I'm going to talk about wounded. Being wounded or out there wounding. And being used by demons to do their mission. Excuse me, I have to put on a gloss. I just was eating some salt and vinegar chips. My mouth kind of drawled. And some tea. Hot tea for the day. Let's talk about it. Being wounded or out there wounding. Or flip it around. Out there wounding or being wounded. Vice versa. To flip it any type of way. Whatever area you in and it resonate with you, fit in. If not, stroll on. And that's just where I'm at today in life. We only got one life. And that's it. We don't have many lives. Now the Father is so grateful, so merciful to give us many chances. But we only have one life. And in this world today, and in the past time, many people have died wounded or died wounding. There's so many effects to both of them. Same results. Because if somebody wound you, and that somebody is a person that is demonically overpowered, because demons overpower a soul. Once they grow, it's like planting a demonic seed. Well, if you plant a seed in a field, or you plant a seed in a flower pot, or you plant in a veggie garden or a fruit garden, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Anything that requires planting seeds, you have to make sure the soil good. You got to make sure you got the right amount of soil. You got to make sure you got your seeds. You got to make sure everything is equipped for you to plant that little teeny seed. And you got to constantly nourish, care for it, check up on it, feed it, until you get the results you're looking for. Now, if you don't care for it, you don't feed it, you just plant that seed in there and you expect it to grow, it ain't finna grow. And if it do grow, it's gonna die. And if you don't water that soil, it's gonna dry up. It's going to just dry up, and that's it. The seed is done. And the soil is done. Now you can water the soil and it'll soften up, but it's going to take some time. But what I'm getting at, souls that is being wounded by demons, by Satan. And he got ones that he used to carry out his mission. And if you don't heal, you either going to end up wounded so severely, you eventually will lose your soul. And and you can be a one that wounds others, eventually you will end up losing your soul. So you can lose your soul either way. It's the same cause and effect. It's the same, just different scenarios, but with the same consequences. And one thing Satan and his 1/3 buddies know in this world today, so many people is crying out to become healed, but he know one thing: you do not want to go through the process of healing. All you're going to do is just mention it, but you're not going to apply what you mention. You're not strong enough. That's why he continuously bring people around you that keep you wounded. And he brings the ones that will carry out his mission to wound others. The Holy Spirit woke me up this morning with that in a dream. And I was like, and we was in the church. And all the church was filled with people. And it was some of my in-laws. My ex-in-laws, rather. Because my first set of in-laws were pastors and preachers and deacons and evangelists and all that extra stuff. Then it was a flip side. I went to my childhood house I grew up with my grandfather and his ex-girlfriend, because she's deceased. My dream was about dead people. 2 days in a row has been about dead people. Dead loved ones that been playing in my head. And I asked the Father, I said, this is the second night and I done dreamt about dead ones. Is it just memories? Because believe me, I don't go to bed with these people on my mind. Far from that. I don't go to bed and go to sleep with no dead person on my mind. I don't really, when I go to sleep, I get into prayer, I read the word, and that's it. But see, Satan can tamper with you in your mindset too. You got to distinguish who it is. If it's Satan, go ahead and discard that dream. Don't even think about it, because he loved to play games. See, Satan is a spirit of games. He wants to get to your heart. He wants to see, can he wound you? He can't wound me anymore. He had his chance. He failed. He failed, and he failed. The ones he sent failed. So guess what? Now it's my turn. I'm coming back to wound him and his 1/3 dummies. I don't have no empathy for Satan. I don't have no empathy for his demons. I don't have no compassion for them. And I don't have no empathy or no compassion for ones that know that you got these demons in you and you want to play games. There's so many people hurting. So when I woke up, I felt this sorrow of a feeling in my heart. And I'm like, who is hurting? Someone is wounded. This is literally when I got up this morning. And I got into prayer, and I was listening to wisdom. I'm in Proverbs 7 right now. Proverbs 7 is a serious chapter. But see, Proverbs is about wisdom. And a lot of people don't want to get the correct wisdom. They want to get their earthly and sensual wisdom. What traditions of this world that's been programmed with Satan and his little dummies. Like I said, and I speak on them because I can't stand them. And I know that they're real. They're nothing you want to sit there and think that they are just a delusion. They're not a delusion. These demons are real. And there's so many people are incarcerated with them. Because see, Satan know you ain't got that discernment, that spiritual discernment. So Satan already know you're not going to point the finger at him. You're going to point the finger at who he using. Like many people, I can't stand my husband. I can't stand my wife. I can't stand my girlfriend. I can't stand my siblings. I can't stand my mother. I can't stand my father. I can't stand them. They hurt me. They hurt me. No, 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 no. They did not hurt you. That demonic seed that was planted in them grew over time until it birthed inside of them. Now games begin, because now that demon has full control over that soul. So that soul is going to do whatever that demon wants to do. And I speak on this over and over and over again. But a lot of people don't want to get it. A lot of people don't want to go through years of long suffering where you can end up becoming healed and strong within. You want to just go get your bodies right, eat healthy foods. What's the point of eating healthy foods? What's the point going in the gym getting your body right when your soul is still wounded? And there's no need for it. Because just using your flesh just to show off that you putting in some work in the gym and your soul is still wounded, what's the point? Because you're only doing it to get revenge, to provoke, to irritate, to make someone become jealous, so you can start fornicating, committing adultery, doing whatever you want to do. Because if you just working on your flesh and you is in no shape or form trying to heal internally, you are doing it for a game. You are working with a demon that you have not got rid of yet. It's just that plain and simple. A lot of people, I'm in the gym, I'm eating healthy. Oh, what? You working on your flesh? That's it? When your whole spirit is wounded, and it takes time. You hear what I say? It takes time to get your spirit healed. When you are so severely wounded, it takes time. It takes 1 to 5 years tops. 1 to 5 years tops to become healed. And you're still not truly healed. I'm going to say it take every day of the rest of your life. I must put it that way. You got to keep your spirit fed, especially when that wound done healed. You still got to keep a peep on that wound, because it can always be recut open. It can always be cut back open. But y'all don't want to listen to that. You just want to grab another demon, feed the demon you got. Now you wounded. Now your wound in your spirit is so infested, you are literally dead inside. Now you got to find some over-the-counter medication, meaning you got to go out here and find somebody else that can help you get over your wounds. That temporary patching. You just for a moment. You love bombing, gaslighting, manipulating. Now you done transformed into wounding instead of being wounded. See, that's how Satan works. But somebody got to get into themselves and be like, I don't want to date. I don't want to be next to people that do wrong things. I want to cut myself away. I wouldn't care what they talk about. Let them demons talk. That's what demons do. That's their job, is to talk. And as let me shoot back to this prayer from this morning. So I got up and I said, somebody is wounded. I'm literally feeling somebody's pain. And I'm like, who is wounded? So after I get out of prayer, whatever, the Holy Spirit, he'll tell me, go ahead and get ready, or he'll tell me, check my phone. This morning, check your phone. I checked my phone. a text come through. I really need to speak to you, please. How you doing? No, how you doing? This is such and such. Question mark. Period. I said this person is wounded spiritually. I called the number. No, I text the number. And I say, good morning. How you doing? What's wrong? Instantly. Even though the person did not tell me anything was wrong, but I felt the person needed to speak to me. I could feel their energy. This person weighed 500, 600 miles away. So I was like, uh-oh. I didn't know the Holy Spirit gave me the insight on what was going on. And I was like, Holy Spirit, you never steers me wrong. That's one thing I know about the Holy Spirit. He never steers me wrong. I feel so many different types of emotions of people miles away. That's because the Father in heaven knew that I will be on this war of helping others kill demons within them or around them. I never was a person that feared evil. Never. Because I couldn't stand evil from my childhood to now. So I know now why I'm going back down from people that act like they're so bullyish or intimidating. You don't intimidate me. I'm not nothing to be you don't have anything for me to be intimidated about. I don't care if you are 8-foot Goliath. Holy Spirit tell me how to take you down, you going down. Period. Woman or man, it don't matter to me. Because I know you got a demon in you from acting out such irrational, disrespectful type of things. Because only things are disrespectful, rude, arrogant, prideful, whatever is demons. Anything that's evil is of Satan. It is not of our Father in heaven. And that's what people got to come to conclusion. Y'all sit here and y'all too vulnerable. That's why you give in to such darkness. Because you don't want to heal properly. You don't want to sit there and go through the motions. You just want to just be on this rush type of scenario, and then you end up getting got. Then you want to blame somebody. No, it's time for y'all to take accountability for blaming yourselves. Because you acting like little fragile children in a 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 and 80 and 90-year-old flesh suit. Because that's all you thinking about is your flesh. You ain't never converted. You ain't never desiring to convert, but you want to run and gossip and tell a tale and talk about people and criticize and talk about this. Y'all getting so bad, y'all even putting bad mouth on our Messiah. But guess what? You ain't hurting him because he finished it. You gotta finish it. Our Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, finished it. You gotta finish it. Can you finish it? Because them demons will tear your life up. And you know it. Just like a guy made a comment on mine, and I'm going to go back to my story. A guy made a comment on there talking about Yeshua got beat the crap out of, y'all people, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, go ahead, Satan. He beat you. Our Messiah beat you. You beaten. You ain't got nothing to say. That's just like a person that get beat down, and then when they get around certain other people that don't know about them, they'll be like, I beat him, I beat her. They ain't beat nobody, got beat. Satan got beat. Satan can't tell us nothing. You got beat, you got whipped. And whipped with love. Whipped with being, you got. You thought you were deceiving. You got beat with authentics. Our Messiah was authentic about what he was doing. You were the one being deceived. That's why I tell any people, when you authentic, don't feel bad by being authentic. You organic. You ain't got steroids and nothing else in you. That's how Satan got whipped. by our Messiah being organic about whatever happened. He was authentic. He was himself. He was love. And Satan thought that by him being bullied, sending all the people that he looked out for, he healed, he performed so many miracles on. Look at all them people. Them people wish right now, when they wake up, they wish they never had. That's why when people talk dark about our Messiah, I laugh at them. You just don't know. Satan whipping you right now as you speak. Because he got your vessel overpowered by evil. Period. So when people talk stupid on my page, I'm like, get up out of here. Delete. Yeah, I delete and block real quick. You waste your time when you talk evil on my page. You literally just typing for nothing. Why would you waste your time typing? Because I don't hear you. You are a airhead. Period. I do not play with folks. Period. But anyways, I got 9 more minutes. I got to get on up out of here. The guy that texts me is talking to one of my family members. I already knew it. When that family member introduced me to that guy, I said to myself right then, do you know who you're laying with? Then that let me know about that guy. Why are you vulnerable? You can't see. If you with this family member, you definitely can't see. You cannot discern. I said that last month, but I didn't say so then because I already knew that he was going to call me about that family member. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know how long. Sometimes it take 2 weeks. Sometimes it take 3 weeks. Sometimes it take a month. But it's not going to go no further than that. Because one thing about people that wounds others, they cannot stay loving but for so long, because that is not in Satan's repertoire. Satan is not a loving spirit. He's manipulating. He is a deceiver. He is a liar. He's a murderer from the beginning. Go in John 8 and read the whole chapter. There's only one chapter. Read it. Break it on down. You go in many chapters and read about him. He's a deceiver. But being as though that person is not healed, sometimes you can be right there at the mark and Satan will send somebody in your life to drag you right back to square one. You done jumped 10 blocks and now you done slid back 20 blocks. It ain't worth it. When you heal, complete your healing. I don't care how fine that person look. I don't care how intelligent that person look. I don't care how great that person sounds or dress or to impress. Turn off your eyes. Turn off your hearing. I don't care if your flesh say, I want it. No, you won't. Not today, flesh. Let's walk the other way. This is what need to be taking place in your lives. Cut it off. You ain't got to be that desperate. You ain't desperate. You ain't healing. And ain't no time for being desperate while you healing. It's time to stand firm. Ain't no time to be soft. Be firm like a mattress. You don't need that therapeutic relaxation. No, get up out of that softness. Get into the firmness. And it's many people that don't even look like it because they sound intelligent. Believe me, they are soft inside. Their spirits is wounded. That's why they do the things they do. But anyways, he called me and he was like, can I call you? Because I don't like the text. I already knew it was. I said, sure. Is you available right now? Because when I start working, I don't do too much talking. Especially about, that type of stuff, because that type of talking, you got to listen to what the person got to say. And when he called me, at that moment I was washing my car and vacuuming it out. Every Monday I wash my car. Literally try. I literally try to wash my car every Monday. Literally. But today I was like, I got to wash my car. I got to get my car clean. So when I got back in the car, he texted, he said, I called you. So I called him back immediately, because I told him when I start doing things, I don't answer my phone. I don't even pay attention to my phone. And he got on, I called him back. He answered, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, tell me what's going on. Immediately, I just want to know what's going on, because the Holy Spirit already had me set up this morning for it. And it went on and on and on and on. I listened, because I'm a great listener. You know, I listen. And I let him know immediately that I represent Father Yah. I ain't with all that witchcraft and all that foolishness. And you want to talk about that, you might as well go ahead and cut that short conversation over with. And he was like, I understand. And start talking about the family member. I already knew it. So I'm listening, and I'm in love with her, and blah, 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 and this and this. And I said, and, you know, I always let anybody know that talk to me, is it okay for me to say what I want to say? And can you take and can you handle what I say? And he said, sure. So that gave me the go. He gave me the go. I went. And I broke it on down to him. And he listened. He did listen. And he talked back to me. He said, you know what? These are the things I was saying to myself last night. He said, I just got out of jail. He said, I have a temper. I said, you have an anger problem? He said, yes, I do, ma'am. He said, and I'm just getting out of 12 years of second-degree murder. He said, and I came out, and I'm trying to do right. He said, but it seemed like I can't get nowhere. It seemed like things is happening. He said, last night, no, he said 2 days ago, a person hit me over my head and shot at me. I got shot and I got my head busted last night. And I told him, I said, Satan is trying to finish you. Satan is trying to finish you because you're trying to do better for yourself. The Father gave you another chance. And this is for people, and this is going to have to be a part 2, because I'm going to come back up with part 2 of Wounded. Might be a whole week series, but I got to finish this because I got to cut it off at 30 minutes. And I told him, I said, Satan is trying to finish you. I said, now you got a second shot at life. I said, you only actually got just one, but you got countless chances because the Father is merciful. I said, the only reason why you're still living because the Father sees something in you that you can get done. He connected you to me for a reason. And we start talking. But I'm gonna finish this on part 2. Check out part 2. Blessings.